Just learnt that that's Matt Gallop. Yep, we're ready. Okay. Well, welcome back to a rainy Burnside Bowling Club. We've managed to get all the cameras under cover, so we're going to carry on transmitting this. I don't know how long they'll be playing for, but we're covering one of the semi-finals. That's between Dave Vincent and Liam Ethan, and they're playing against Matt Gallop and Isaac Denny. Now, they're on rink 18. We can't see very much of the picture here from the other end. In fact, the picture you're getting shows the rain off pretty well. You can see Wendy Sutty, the umpire, huddling underneath the shelter there. So this is the second end. No, they've had two ends. This is their third end, and the current score is 4 to Matt Gallop, 0 to Dave Vincent. And for some unknown reason, they're picking up the bowls. Okay, not sure why that happened. They're not... Oh, it's a Did they kill the end, or did I miss that? Did you see anything, Lorraine?
No, I think...
Oh, this is Lorraine, by the way.
I think it looks like they might be pulling the game for a while. There's a few puddles on the green. Right, I think...
Okay, what are we going to talk about, Lorraine?
Talk about the unlikelihood of this happening in Canterbury.
Yeah, well...
we don't have
Before we go any further, this is Lorraine McLeod. She's the... What do you do? What is your title?
I'm General Manager of Bowls Canterbury.
Right, okay. And she's volunteered for this one, and we're going to have to just chat a little while we wait for the rain to slow down. I've had a look on the rain radar, and there's some heavier stuff coming, so I'm not sure what the chances are of carrying on.
Wasn't what they planned for, I wouldn't have thought. I think there was sort of talk of rain, but certainly not this heavy yet.
No.
Okay, I think we...
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate, isn't it?
But you know what always happens on finals day for the Burnside Pairs? It's a fine day, it's about 25 degrees, and there's a roaring nor'wester. and the bowls do all sorts of strange things.
The wind plays a major part in it.
Yes,
really,
it does, yeah.
Yeah.
But doesn't look like that's going to happen today.
No, it doesn't. I mean, the players are all taking their bowls and walking off now, aren't they? They're all disappearing for the day.
Oh, there's a couple of teams that left their bowls there, so maybe then they need a good wash.
Yeah.
But we can say who else is through to the semi-finals here. Let's have a look. Let me get my laptop up and working.
We've got Val Smith and Joe Edwards playing in the other semi-final.
Yep, they're playing against Aidan Zitterson, and I don't know who his partner is.
Liam Etham.
Liam Etham.
Yes.
Okay.
So
No, it can't be. Liam Etham's with Dave Vincent.
Sorry.
Good try. That's all right. Let's have a look. We can see it here. Oh, Ethan. Ethan Keller. Yep. That's it. Yep.
A young man from the coast.
Oh, yeah.
So that's.
So they should be used to this weather. This is much with their normal playing conditions. Every time I've been along the west coast, it always rains.
It always rains, and it rains like this. This is typical west coast rain, isn't it? It's sort of not the sort of rain we get here very often.
No, mind you, I've got Ken Reid behind me, and he's a west coaster as well, aren't you? He is, yeah. And this is just a normal day for him, so he's at home. So it looks like we've had a hold up and play. Now I know on the other rinks we can tell you that in the finals for Div 2 is Kerry Becks versus Lance Pascal. And that's Div 2, and in Div 3 we've got Richie Kerr versus Steve Didford, and they're playing on the green on the other side here. They have started, but I don't know how many ends they managed to get to before this down.
They started their games before
a little bit earlier.
Yeah, but I'm picking they've probably picked their bowls up and gone home for a while as well.
Yeah. But it's, it's unexpected.
Yes, it is unexpected. It's certainly this heavy, but overall, this whole weekend's been a good weekend.
Yeah,
we've had some. Yesterday, when I was watching Taylor Bruce and Lance Tasker playing Joe and Val, and I just looked at the general age group of the people playing, and I thought there's been a lot of young people. A lot of young people have got through to that top division, which is, I think, very exciting for bowls really, and it's good. And we hopefully have got these games we're live streaming so people can watch and see that they've got a lot of young people playing. Get rid of that perception that it is an old people's game, and that we've got people out there capable and playing fantastic at that fantastic level.
We just had to look the last game that we watched where Sean Scott was walking up the green, but Aidan would stay down the other end, and when it was his turn he managed to get to the other end. I didn't time him, he was quicker than the bowls. He was a lot quicker. But I recognise a lot of the faces from the under-26s that we have here at the beginning of the season, and it's great to see those players coming through.
Yeah, it is. It is very exciting.
And it's good experience for them.
These are a new group, sort of new faces we're watching today, aren't we? So Matt Gallup he plays out at Blenheim, so he's a young man who's, I think he might have at one stage been in a New Zealand development group. He was certainly up there.
Yep.
And I think he went overseas and came back, and he's obviously still playing really good bowls. He's got parents who play a lot, so he's from a bowling family. And Isaac Denny's from Burnside.
Yes, he is, yes. He's had a bit of a break. He was here about 5 years ago. In fact, he won it 1 year with Ken Walker.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so he's a previous winner.
Yeah.
Don't know if Liam and Dave have won, but
possibly not. But I mean, Liam comes from the coast, so he comes from a bowling family over there. I think they play out of the Common Club over there.
Okay.
So he will be used to the weather, but it's good to see him. Yeah, don't know too much about Dave Vincent. I'm sorry there.
Let me have a look. I'll just go into the website and see if I can figure out where they're. So who are we? We're looking for Dave. Dave Vincent, he's from Hornby.
Oh, is he? Oh,
apparently, according to this, Bowls Hornby.
That's not very good for us, is it? It's one of our locals.
Liam Ethan is actually from Elmwood. He's not a coaster. Well, that's the clubs
Liam.
that we've got him.
Oh no, I'm getting him mixed. Yeah, am I getting him mixed up with somebody else? Maybe. I'm sorry about that.
That's right, but that's interesting to see because I'm looking at Section 2 here. In Section 2, Joe Edwards got through and also Dave Vincent. So that would have been a very tough one. In fact, we had Mike Small up here doing co-commentary before, and he said he was not complaining but saying that it was a very, very tough section, and he's now true because if both those teams have come through to the semi-finals, he was definitely in a very strong section. Yeah,
no, I've got Liam Ethan mixed up with someone else from the coast actually. I'm sorry about that.
That's
Liam.
Right.
Tut.
Okay,
right.
So they're local lads.
Yeah, it's good to have some local lads there.
And
we've got 3 out of the 4. We have 3 out of the 4 local lads here. So.
Okay, so Matt Gallup plays at Springlands. Where's that?
It's in Blenheim.
Oh right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So that's Blenheim. So he's been around for a while, I think. I think he played possibly around that secondary school age. I think that's when he might have got involved in bowls too, really.
It's a great age to learn, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
If I got on a time machine and went back, I'd go back to my high school years and learn how to play bowls.
That's what everyone says, don't they? Everyone says I'll do it when they retire, and then when they start playing, they say, "Oh, why didn't I start playing this earlier?"
Yeah.
It's a common cry, really, isn't it? I think it's. So hopefully when we get more young kids, we get into schools and get more young kids playing, that they will start to take it up at an earlier age. And I think this tournament today is certainly a classic case of kids who've obviously started playing as secondary school age and kept playing. And I mean, Selena's been around for quite a while.
She has, yeah.
So she probably started at that age group as well.
Well, my first memory of Taylor Bruce was after we had World Bowls, Vince
Roper.
Yep. He was running a session for some high school kids, and I've got a picture, and I've got it on the website somewhere of 12-year-old Taylor Bruce sitting there with, I think actually it might have been Liam or some other younger ones at that age.
Yeah.
And they're sitting on the bank, and Vince is telling them that how much fun bowls is. And I remember one of the exercises they had plastic drink bottles full of water, Coca-Cola bottles, and they were bowling and they were trying to knock them over. It was a bit like Skittles rather than bowling, but it obviously motivated them, and they just loved it.
Stay around.
Yeah.
That rain's getting worse.
It is. Yeah, it's turning into a swimming pool. That's not going to disappear. In fact, I looked at the rain radar before. Let me just get it back up here again. Yeah, there's some pretty heavy stuff there.
It's very dark blue, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit like what happened at Nationals, I think. That's a bit of rain.
Mind you, in Auckland it doesn't get cold either, but here it gets just a little bit chilly.
Yeah. There's not a lot of wind out there either. It's blown away, I don't think, by the looks of the trees. They're pretty calm.
Yeah, and it's all sitting level. Sometimes when you get a bit of wind, it all goes to one end, and I say to Glenn, look, green isn't level because all the water's at one end. And he tells me all about the wind and how it blows it there.
I just see him down there. I'm glad he's still hanging around. We might need him to get out there to get rid of some of this water, mightn't we?
Yeah.
It's wasn't what he was banking on.
No. As I say, the weather forecast just said scattered showers. That was this morning.
Yeah.
But tell me, what's happening at Bowls Canterbury? Seeing as this is your first year there, isn't it?
My first 6 months just about, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's been a challenge, and it's been a fun challenge, really. I've been quite enjoying being there. I really like working with bowls. I think bowls has got a lot to offer a lot of people. I think, it's a sort of game that anyone can play. I'd like us in Canterbury to develop that casual part of the game more. So we have communities going down to bowling clubs and getting there and just playing and walking away. And I think that's a good way to introduce people to bowls. And I would like our clubs to take that on a little bit more than we have. And the weather sometimes plays a bit of a part in that, and it's probably where Auckland has that warmer weather in the evening, where sometimes here the easterly gets blowing and it gets very cold. But
it gets a bit warmer after Christmas.
Yes,
when the kids go back to school, we get the best weather.
So I'm hoping that we can start, getting a lot more community bowls so that people know that they can go down to a particular club on a Tuesday night and turn up and have a game. That would be something I'd really like to do. Get some more coaches out there. I think we need to get that sort of area of our game developed a little bit more so we can lift the standard of our game. And just getting the place running, it needs a new constitution, all that boring sort of stuff.
The documentation. yeah.
So that is pretty boring, and but there's a few things like that need to be done. So, but got two really good girls to work with in the office. Katie Griffith and Emily Robbins are both really good to work with. So it's fun, and it's good having sort of those younger girls in the office as well. So
the young energy, it's like the young bowlers, isn't it? It's
it does.
Okay. Well, it looks like they're making an announcement here. I'm not sure what they're saying, but we'll catch up with that as well. All right. Those people that are watching this with the rain delay, I've just been handed a note to say if you subscribe and push the notification button. Was that supposed to be button? It says bell. It's a bell. Okay, it's a picture of a bell. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Okay. You'll be notified when the new content comes on. And feel free to... that's us. Not supposed to say that. She says, feel free to stop talking.
we can have a break.
Yeah, we can have a break if we want to. But I thought that was quite a good conversation, really. Catching up on what Bowls Canterbury's about, and Lorraine taking on some new challenges. And
it definitely is a challenge, but it's been I quite like a challenge. So
it's good. Yeah. All right, well, if you want to take a break, do you want to take a break, Lorraine?
I will.
I'll switch you off there. I'll just mute you. Thank you, Lorraine, and I'll switch mine off, and we'll come back maybe when the bowls is happening.
He can do the whole lot now.
was just looking to see. Yeah, they didn't pick to bring the jacks back. That's 19, even though most of the ones are here. Down the far end there, did he? Yeah, 23. Yeah, either or, whichever you like. First in, first served.
We'll go on the far one, see, and we're in the bottom, just bottom.
Okay, you go to 24, did he? That's good. Thank you.
We'll go down the far queue.
Yeah. I was going to say that, but I thought I better not. 18 was supposed to be the final. Always had these conveyors. And then they've got themselves back, just played the semi-final right now. So we're going to go to 19. Put the TV on, because we're not. No, hang on, they don't do that. No, we fucking soon.
Yep, it'll dry soon. Won't take long.
Who you guys playing? Not the youngest.
Dave.
Oh, Dave.
Yeah.
He scores 4-0.
The answer's yes. After this game. So we're going to have some lunch. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Not like that, it won't.
Better wait until somebody walk past.
Yeah.
We got somebody this morning.
Because I know what'll happen. We'll get into it and then the wind will come and blow it and then we're not going to get stuck.
Okay folks, if there's anybody out there listening, the rain delay is over. As you can see, the sun is shining and we'll be back on the green in 2 minutes. So it's time to go and have a cup of tea and you can sit back and watch the rest of this exciting semi-final.
Wendy, was it an hour 49 you said still to go? Okay. So
now hour 49 to go, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, from wait, I need to be now 149.12.
Yep. Okay. So if we can get going.
Yeah, but I need a new clock on the rest of it. I need a new clock on the rest of it.
Who's got another clock?
I'll go
David might have one.
So you guys just take that graphic off and we're ready to go, are we?
She'll reintroduce it probably. Run the intro thing again so that
Okay.
you don't have a hard cut into something.
Okay.
But she'll give you the rundown on that.
Is there a 2-minute graphic you can put up?
Nope.
Hey, Wendy, who's well playing? No, they don't. Hey, you don't just play. Who's well playing? No, who's well playing?
Teams are coming out onto the green, ready to restart.
Nice and bright out there.
Hmm.
Great.
Just waiting for the timekeepers to get everything in sync so that we can keep both games together. We'll work out how long they've got left. The game that we were covering, they've already played 2 ends. And at the moment, Matt Gallup and Isaac Denny are ahead 4-0. So Lorraine's just joined me. So you can hear her adjusting now.
I'm here, I
You're
think.
here now. Yep. Well, hang on.
After our lovely lunch.
It was lovely, wasn't it? They have great catering at these tournaments.
Yes, they certainly do. But who would have believed this is the same green we were looking at, what, 3/4 of an hour ago?
It's amazing, isn't it? Yep.
It's all ready to go.
It's all dried out. Glenn's done a great job. He's steamrolled all the water away.
Yeah, it was an amazing amount of water too, wasn't it?
Yeah, like I say, I think the forecast said occasional showers, but that was more than an occasional shower.
That was a downpour. Oh, well, they must be getting ready. The umpire's walking around there with her stop clock, rallying everybody.
Well, they're underway. Just need somebody to remove the rain graphic display and then we can start. Alright, we're waiting for Tamara to come back from lunch. Meantime, we can talk about it anyway, can't we, Lorraine?
We can, yep, we can, and people will be able to see a little bit of what's happening.
Isaac's disappeared behind the rain graphic delay.
Yes. It's just... It's a shame there isn't one of these touch screens and we could just slide
Move
it
it
away.
across, yeah. I can tell you he's bowled the bowl. Oh, there you go, the rain graphic's gone.
Thank you, Tamara.
Thank you. And we're out into the bright sunshine again, so the...
They're just having trial ends, obviously.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, I think.
Pretty earnest. I think
Oh,
they're
yeah.
looking like they're playing.
It must have just been a very long. Where's that? Oh, yeah.
So let's see what the conditions have changed with that big pool of water that's been on there. They all seem to be still going at a reasonable speed.
We've got a few other games on that green as well. They've moved the Division 2 and 3 finals through to here too.
Yep.
A bit more activity. Hopefully we'll have a few more people come down and watch.
Yeah, well, the rain's gone. It's definitely gone. It's a great lunch they put on here though. Nikki's Catering has been doing the catering here for years, and it's Ken and I, we have our order in for curried sausages for one of the meals. We get that.
You got that yesterday?
Yep, and I get my Waldorf salad.
Oh.
I got it twice this time, so that was good.
It's because she listens to you.
Oh yes. She doesn't come. No, can't come to Burnside without getting us curried sausages and Waldorf salad.
I did laugh at that. It's a sort of an old-fashioned thing, but it seemed to go down really well with everyone yesterday.
Yep. It's our request. We've got to keep the customers happy. Right, so that's Liam, isn't it, bowling now?
No, that's Matt Gallup bowling now.
Oh, Matt Gallup, sorry. Yep. So I'm going to write down the colour of these bowls so that I know where they are. So he's got white speckled.
Thank goodness we've got coloured bowls.
This is Dave's bowls. What colour are his bowls? Dark blue? Is that the best way to describe that
I
one?
would think so. They look like they're darker than the rest. So we've got 4 different bowls there, so that's going to be easy, isn't it?
So that one was short. Let's see if Matt's made the correction. Guess it plays a little different after the water's been taken off. Oh no, he got a pretty good shot the first one. Just peg it back a little bit.
It probably does take a bit of, must alter it a bit, really. Nice one. Nice.
Well, he's got 2 consistent
Identical,
bowls there, yeah. It's always the statement though that's the same for both teams, isn't it? It's sort of, you think, oh no, one team knows how to play after it's been filled with water and the other one doesn't. I very much doubt that.
I don't think it makes too much difference.
Ah yes, he's made the correction, and has he made it enough? I suspect he has. If it slows down.
Yep.
Yep, that's the shot. So Matt's holding shot. Now we've got Isaac and Liam walking back up the rink. Isaac Denny's been a member at the Burnside Bowling Club for a fair while now. Took a few years off, I think. He went overseas somewhere.
Good to see him back.
Yeah. Nice smooth delivery.
It is very nice, smooth delivery.
So Lorraine, I haven't asked you. You actually do play bowls, don't you?
No, I don't.
You don't play bowls?
No, I don't.
Oh.
No, I'm playing a little bit, but I don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But no, I'm actually going to play. We have an administrators tournament every year, so Katie Griffiths and I in the office are going to both play.
Oh, right.
So
that's right. That's the old treasurer and secretary or something, isn't it called? Or president or something, yeah.
So we've been doing a bit of practicing.
Ah.
So I love it. I love it as a game.
Yep. That's
Time factor for me.
Okay, so Liam just went past it a bit there. He may have drawn a second shot there. Isaac really steers down the line of where he needs it to go. Just hope the bowl goes there.
A bit long.
Yeah.
Try it.
quite handy in the overall picture of things, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's always good to say heaven behind. Oh, I figured it out. Liam's left-handed. Usually takes me a few ends before I realise that they're bowling the bowl from a different
We're
side.
still looking at them from a different angle, aren't we? I was a bit short.
It's also difficult when it's a bit like tennis and a few of the other games where you're standing behind them thinking, now, how did they get it to do that, you know, and you realise that the bowl's coming out of the other side of the body. It's always when people say change hands, well, you don't change from left to right, do you?
No, you don't. I did hear of someone the other day who broke their arm or something, and their coach made them continue playing with it was their playing arm, and they made them swap hands, and they now can play with both hands.
Oh, well, there you go.
Obviously, take a bit of tenacity, I would think, to do that.
It takes a bit of relearning. I did that after I put my back out in 2008. I started playing with my left hand, and it was good because it made you think about what you were doing, whereas your right hand, you just know that's how I used to do it.
So what do you play with now?
Oh, right-handed. Yeah, I've gone back to right-handed. Yeah, but it just made you think. You know, you've got to start again and see if you can improve. But my back hasn't improved, so my bowling hasn't improved. So how's this one finishing up? Oh yeah,
Bit short
there again, isn't it?
Come down on the other hand, looking for the jack through. I mean, you were only just out, but... Yep, jack and that's just good, mate.
So Matt's coming in from the forehand. Oh, he's going a bit faster, that's what it is. Yeah, I thought there's no way he can draw him there, but he's going to do something here. Wow. Okay.
Do anything then. What amazes me, bowlers seem to find that gap sometimes. When you try
that's right, yep. Oh, and Ken and I are bowling, we say you do a Dan Carter. No, is it Dan Carter? Dan somebody. Go for the gap. Then you're bound to hit something. This one's got a good length if it's going
to be a nice bowl.
Yeah, nice one. That's definitely another shot, isn't it? That's 2 to them. Oh, that was the end of the game. Sorry, I didn't see that. I thought we'd had another swap over. I'll get into the swing of this yet. So that's 2 to Vincent.
I would think so too, yeah. They were halfway through that end before, weren't they? So that was...
Yes, I think they restarted again.
That was their third end.
Yep.
Yep.
Bill's got the score up. Yep. N3, 2-4. Well done. Looks like they've redone the 2 metre marks, but they haven't done the string, so...
Well, I don't think they didn't have a lot of time, I don't think.
No. Sometimes that's quite useful, so you can see the track when it's coming in.
Yes, it probably is, yeah.
Oh, that's good opener by Liam.
Yeah, not bad. Good lead shot. We're still going to 15 ends.
I presume so. Yeah, they basically said the time would be absorbed by having an early lunch. Yeah. Hopefully we'll stick to the schedule. Oh, there you go. There's one of the audience members turned up in the car in the background. That's good. It's at least one more person watching.
Yeah.
They've come out.
They'll come out.
The rain's gone away.
Enjoy the sun.
Yeah, that come back from a long way, doesn't it, those ones?
Yeah, they are quite wide bowls.
So what sort of bowls are you bowling with, Lorraine?
Oh, look, I'm just bowling with whatever we've got at the centre, and I'm not that technical yet. Yeah.
Seems to be you're either a Henselite person or you're not a Henselite.
No,
It depends on where you're getting your bowls from.
Quite like the pink ones we've got at the office.
Oh, there you go. Go like me, go for the colour.
Oh, yes,
Yeah. Yep.
Mine aren't orange, though.
Oh, no, well, that's
Your colour.
That's right. Orange is my colour.
It's good to see you've got your shoes and your the orange shoes and socks on today.
Well, I'm wearing the sponsor's shirt, so I feel like if you'd had an orange one, I would have been ecstatic, but blue's fine.
Very smart shirts you've all got, actually.
Yeah.
That's really good. Glenn looked very tidy sitting on his roller as well in his sponsored shirt.
Oh, it's great having the sponsors. They just adds to the festivities.
Well, it's been really nice having the sponsor here most of the weekend.
Surprised John isn't out selling houses, but he was on the phone just before, and he's standing right behind me. Yeah, that one looks quite narrow, doesn't it? But his bowls, I think, aren't that quite as wide as the others. They seem to finish quite flat. Is it going to pick it up? Oh, no, just whizzed past.
Gracious, there's a bit of a lot of wide open spaces there, isn't there?
It's not quite a COVID end. It's not quite 2 metres. That's our latest statement when we play into club. This is a COVID end. They're doing social distancing.
They're really struggling to find the jack, aren't they, this end?
Yeah. I guess it's changed a little bit, but then it also might even be in your mind as well. I think that's the big thing, isn't it? You put so many inputs in there, and then you realise, it's exactly the same as it was before.
Yeah, I did hear them talking this morning. They were saying that it was a bit heavier this morning than it was yesterday, the screen, so maybe it is a bit like that now too.
Oh no, there's a good shot.
That is a good one.
Oh, yeah, there's some pretty good close heads looking out over the green there. It's there's a few stray bowls, but most of them being pretty consistently close. Yeah. Good to see all the colours, isn't it?
It is good to see it, yeah.
Well, I'm not a fan for those bowls that are striped though.
No. Val's got those.
Yeah.
I don't like those either.
Looks a bit narrow to me. That's cutting across.
Yeah, it's going to.
Although it's coming in quick as well. Yeah.
Mate, try 2 down here. See if you can tidy it up. If you're wide, finish into there is great.
Yeah, Liam's just pointed out where he wants the bowl to go.
We'll see if Isaac can do.
Yep, Isaac just says, well, thanks for telling me, mate. I now know where to put it, although I kind of hope he knew where he had to go.
It's very wide as well. I don't know that's going to come in.
No. Oh, that even went in behind you. That went a long way. Okay, looks like it's on a good track. It's going to rest out the shot bowl. Lovely shot. So Dave Vincent's bowl sitting right behind. Let's see what Isaac's going to answer with. I think he's going to do the same trick. No, he's knocked the kitty away. It's falling over. And I think Liam is making a comment like, I wish it had stayed there, or maybe he seemed happy. Still a few more bowls to come down. It's always, I guess it's critical that you measure it so you've got an idea, but generally there's going to be a change in positions here. Most of these games, it's if you get too close, then they're not going to be there at the end. Another. Well, it's the same shot he played last time. Well, they're still. Yeah, he's behind it there.
Yeah, I think so. Like land the bowl, come through to the trail, better than them doing it. Hold a bit longer, Matty. Great shot, buddy. Great shot. Danger away too.
Oh, great. He's taking it further away.
Two. No, you can't move the jack too far, but
He wants to come up and have a look.
stay.
No. Liam's told Dave what to do. Welcome back, Lorraine.
Oh, thank you. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
A bit of a hiccup. Just trying to organise the rest of next week and the weekend after.
Ah, right. Like I said, the position on this end has changed. It's changed 3 times since you've been here.
Yes, it has changed,
It's like
changed
you
dramatically.
you don't count your chickens until something happens. And in bowls, it's very similar. It,
Probably I think the most frustrating thing about bowls that you got the shot and that last person with that last bowl
it just takes it away.
takes it away. It's very frustrating.
Yeah. That's what Matt's attempt. Oh no, Matt's got the shot there because that was his other bowl. Is he going to come from the other side? No.
Oh, lucky.
Isaac was willing it to stay away.
Let's take one out of that.
Yeah. I think they had one right at the beginning, but then it swapped to the other side and then back. While this kitty's rolling down the green, I have to say thank you to the staff of the green staff, and I had to mention John Reese's name. He said I should mention his name. So there we are, John. I've called out your name. While the rain was coming down, he went and moved all our tents and things over the cameras so we could carry on, and he did a great job. Lots of helpers. People just jump out of the woodwork to help.
That's the mark of this club, actually, isn't it? It's everyone's always willing to help, willing to make things happen.
Yep.
And it was good to see all those people out there squeegeeing the water off, and
Yep.
plenty of it too.
Oh, it's a great club for that. It you don't feel like you're being picked on to do something because everybody else is going to do it. It's it's great. We've had quite a few big competitions here since I got involved. It's, we've had 2 lots of World Bowls, lots of Trans-Tasman goals. That's been a lot. And,
certainly has been used a lot. It's but you couldn't have done it without the volunteers.
That's right. Yeah, there's just, as I say, people come out of the woodwork.
Yeah, they do.
Just love the game of bowls so much.
But they also, I think, they seem to be really happy helping as well.
It's
It's a nice one. It's well positioned. And everything is done with good grace. It's women in the kitchen, they do their job really well too.
Hey, I work in the kitchen sometimes.
Oh, do you? Oh, sorry.
I don't cook anything, but
You work there. You do the
I know how to do the
cleaning up.
dishwasher.
Oh, God.
So it's a skill that you may not want to learn. No, I think my best experience was when we had the deaf bowls here.
Yeah.
They were an amazing group of people.
It was an amazing.
Yeah, and they just enthusiasm all around, you know. And they come back up for a drink, and it's not noisy, but there's people doing all sorts of hand signals. And I taught myself the alphabet, and so I could at least say my name. You know, I could go A J.
Can you still do it?
I still do it. Yeah,
AJ's
easy. Yeah. But no, they were just.
It was amazing with those people. It sort of makes you realise how lucky we are. So doesn't it? But I don't know that they eventually probably say that they are unlucky because they manage to communicate really well as well.
One of the things I learnt though was that they've got a rule that if you've got a hearing aid or a cochlear implant, you have to switch it off when you're on the green.
Oh,
so it is basically means that you're at the same level as everybody else.
Yeah. You don't think about
I
that.
thought that was yeah. Oh, look at that perfect bowl just rolled up. Not quite a toucher. So that's 2 to Liam and Dave. Matt stalks his bowl out to the side.
Willing it.
Yeah, I think he needed to will it just a wee bit further out. It's the thing I learnt at the masterclass on Thursday last week. Once it's left your hand, you can't change it.
When you that was obviously a really good masterclass. If you talked about that before,
Yeah.
Everyone seemed to enjoy it.
It was amazing just to listen to Val and Joe and the insight. Some of it's just common sense, and you think, you know, why don't I do that? But to hear champions say that, it just makes so much more sense.
I was laughing at that when Matt does lean out watching it, willing his bowl. Joe does that frequently.
Yeah, she does too, yeah. And in fact, I think after that class, I saw her bowl once and I said, "You're trying to influence that," and she just turned around and gave me a big smile. It's almost say as I do. No, do as I say, not as I do. Forget that say. But all these bowlers, they've got a definite style.
Yes, they have.
And if you're beginning bowling, it's quite interesting. You can come along and watch, but I think the best thing to do is just find one of your own, you know, that suits you.
Yeah, and I think you will get everyone that coaches you slightly differently. I think finding the one that suits you, my naivety, I think seems to work for me.
Well, just even getting coaching, I've never had coaching.
Yeah.
I think my first bowls was down in Dunedin at Kaikoura Valley.
Yeah.
And my father-in-law wanted me to join the team, so he said, "Come along this weekend." And I think I got one lesson. There's the mat, there's the kitty, have a go. And my first 4 bowls just went straight into the ditch. And I said, "Just slow it down a bit." So then it went halfway.
Yeah. So it's harder than it looks, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then most of these people here are masters of it. Now they manage to get them to go where they want it to go.
So is Matt going to get around those bowls? Yes, 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 yes. Oh, he's got second shot. That's, I guess, not a bad outcome, yeah. Yeah, I get the essence of a good bowl is that it actually gets on the green and it's not dropped or it's not forced down. But
Liam's got a very nice smooth delivery.
Yeah. Look at this.
Very nice one. Well done.
Yep.
The second shot, is it?
Yep, that's the second shot. I was calling them yesterday with John, and in the end we agreed we could have a go, but sometimes it's a bit hard from some of the angles you look at.
It is really difficult.
Yeah. Well, if you can look out the window from this height, you get a good idea, but
they're at the
wrong other end
at the moment.
Yeah.
So that's when you have bowl 3-5 and you've got the circles and they look down on the head. It's much easier to work out who's got shot.
Yeah.
But wide. may be useful if one manages to.
But then you say, oh, now, you know, Isaac's going to come down and move the kitty back there. Sometimes when you're watching a game, you can see those sort of shots. You know, they've asked for it to be there.
Yeah. Guess that's in their overall game plan, really, isn't it? They often work out how best they're going to do it together.
It is a team, isn't it? Teamwork.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. So.
Another one at the back.
Yep. You put one back there, I'll put one back there. Distract them from putting it next to the kitty. It's going to turn quick enough to get into that gap. Really? No. Just needed to turn a smidgen earlier. And here's the bonus ball for the last one. They're holding 2. Can they make it 3? That looks a long way out.
I don't think it's going to come around enough, is it? Right. Should be happy with that. Taking 2 out of it.
Did he signal 2 then? I think they did, yeah. That's the one. Some of these, you know, these really good players, they just, you know, kick the balls back, we're on with it. Let's see. Bill's our scorer down there. He'll watch them flip it over and he'll get our score up to date.
Man.
Pretty sure it was a 2.
Yeah, I thought it looked like a 2 from here too, but wait and see.
You guys are going for a medium length again. Some teams prefer particular lengths as well. Yeah,
Yes.
it was a 2. Yep, yep. Some teams, when they get the kitty back, they decide that's the length. That's what they like.
Well, the interesting thing about this event too is that in most cases these people don't play together on a regular basis.
True, yeah. So it's a compromise.
They have. So they've had to develop that understanding, I guess, that you have with your partner.
Mm.
They all seem to be doing that quite well.
Oh, I see a partner out there that's played together for a few years though.
Yeah, they're a bit of the exception here this weekend, I think, aren't they?
Yeah. I tell you what, if they keep going at this rate, they'll definitely be in the final. I haven't seen their score.
No, it's hard to see, really, isn't it, from here?
I can see their score. It's 6-7, and I'm just trying to decide which side they're on. Let me have a look and see if I can work that out. Okay, so Joe's playing Aiden. I think that means that Aiden is on the left and Joe's on the right, which means they're ahead by 1. We'll see if I can look at the score again after a little while.
Take note and remember.
Remember, yeah.
What.
Whatever it is, it's a close game. It's well, both these games are close, I think.
Yeah.
So they should be. This is the semi-finals.
It is the semi-finals, and Joe and Val have got some youngies they're playing against, so.
Oh, yep. Oh, they're wearing their. We had quite a few of those tops at the under 26s.
Yes, those blokes bowls or something. Is that what it is called?
I think it was during COVID or something. The guy made some money out of. He's got his picture on the back, or he was going to donate the money somewhere.
Yeah, it was good to see all the men in pink.
Yeah, I prefer orange, but pink's fine.
That's good fun.
Yeah.
There's a group of young males and females who play bowls from all around the country that get on really well. And I think they're all part of that, these 2 boys.
Mm. Oh, look at that. I've just seen the Val's bowl just roll right up to the kitty. Watching 2 games here. Let's concentrate on this one we're doing here. Looks like what's happened. So
that's a bit short.
That's 2 of... It's Matt's bowl. No, is that Matt's bowls there?
Oh,
Good green, eh? Yeah, very good, Matty.
must have been Liam.
Oh,
was a
look
bit
at that.
short. Look
Straight
at that.
through the gap.
That's one of Matt's bowls.
Yeah, definitely. Hasn't finished its work because it's still standing up.
Not too much wind out there to tip it over today.
No. That's ideal bowling conditions, isn't it? It's
Just
just... Mind you, we haven't had the final yet. I always predict the nor'westers come through for the final.
yeah, I
So.
think it is forecast for today, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Hey there, mate. Heading back to this.
It's when Alan has to go around and bang down all the advertising signs and holds onto them and
Oh, well,
battens down the flags.
Alan's done a great job, but he's
Oh.
got to keep it going. He's a
He works hard.
Aussie, but he
Sponsors appreciate it. Gets their name out there.
will be a nice length, I would say. Good back
Yep,
bowl.
back
Good
bowl back there, yep, yep.
Well placed.
Yeah, Isaac was pretty happy with that.
Yep.
I'm sure those are two Isaac's bowls nearby, so they would have
Yeah, I
three.
think
What do
they
you
might
reckon?
be. I think they might be two.
2 or 3?
Two at least, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, when you look down at it from...
Yeah, it's
could
different,
be
isn't
three.
it?
Yes, it could be three, couldn't it?
The TV adds 3 or 4 pounds, you know.
See if Leon can...
He's got a clear run that side, hasn't he?
He has. It's
Going to be short.
It is going to be
Yeah,
short, unfortunately.
Yeah. Good track, like you say. If you're encouraging your partner, you say, good track, just...
Oh, is that what you say?
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Get
it
it
was.
wide.
It is a good track. He just
Mm.
needs a little bit more oomph on it, doesn't he?
Yep. If you ever hear those sort of conversations, you just watch Val and Jones. Yeah, good mate. Good on you. Yep. Almost
Yeah,
there.
they almost don't need to speak to each other. I think they
Yeah.
know each other so well.
Okay, here's Isaac, and he's just going to come in behind for maybe...
Yeah,
What do you think? Another shot?
it's looking good.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
it
reckon.
is looking good.
I'll go right
I
out on
think
a limb
they-
and say 4.
Yes, I think they almost have got 4 when you're looking down it from where we are.
So do you think there'll be a bit of a running shot here or something?
I don't,
Still room to draw,
there is
isn't
still
there?
room to draw.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room on this side.
And look at this. It's going to whiz past. Yep.
Yep.
Same bowl, mate.
So what's
Right,
Matt
guys.
telling Isaac to do? He's saying,
What he did last time, really, I would think he's coming at the other angle.
Dave's having a really good look here. He's eyeing it up like he thinks if I can just nick that.
Needs a little bit more oomph.
Yeah.
They're
I
frustrating.
reckon they did influence it then because it fell over.
Yeah. You always want to push them a bit, don't you?
Mm. I'll wait for a little mini earthquake.
No, we won't want those, thank you. We'll forget those.
Okay. I reckon they're down at least 4 or 5 here.
Yes, I think there might be 2.
So
There's still that big gap
Mm.
on what for us is the
Mm.
right hand side of the jack.
you can afford to be a bit narrow and then you'll run into something, but he's gone too fast, hasn't he?
Yeah. I don't quite
This is
know
gonna
what he
end up
was-
in the
I don't-
ditch.
Yeah, I don't know what he was trying to do there. To me, there seems to be a lot of room there on that right hand side of the jack. that
Yeah.
they could be using.
He's coming up with a bit of speed, trying to hit the kitty back
Mm.
somewhere, or... Yeah. He did have a good look at it when he was just before he left, I know that. Now, let's have a look if Matt's coming in from the other side. Come in for another shot. Isaac's willing it in. He's standing back. He's saying, "Hey, come this way. Come on." And
Could
he wants
almost
it to fall over.
No. But when you look at it from here, it's not. It's actually more handy than it looks, I think.
Yeah. This is Dave's last chance to influence it.
He's going to come in from that open side again.
Yeah, look at this one. This one, look out. Oh.
Nice work. Nice work.
Those are the ones you said annoy you, Lorraine.
They are. They come up that last minute.
We were holding 5. What happened? And he can't get to it. He can't say remove it. But I must admit that's what he was trying for. That's
Yes. So he's going to try and. It's
Well, if
going
he
to
can
try
just
and
pick it up
repeat that,
slightly.
but I don't know. I think it might be. But
yeah, they've walked away. Look at that.
I think they probably only will take one out of that.
Oh, hang on a minute. Did I get that wrong? No?
Right, I think there was still one. Oh,
There must have been one close to him.
Yeah, I think there was
okay.
one close. I think it still.
They must have held one. To me, it looked like they'd taken the shot with that, but what do we know?
Yeah.
We're miles away.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think they will only take one.
Yep. Bill's got the score up. He's doing the score really quick.
Yeah, he's very good at
He
it.
wants to get it before the kitty gets to the other end.
Is that the challenge?
That's
Is
the
that-
challenge, yep. He's done well.
Is that your challenge? You challenge
Yeah,
him to
I
do
think
that?
it was just nice to keep it in sync, you know.
Yes, it
It's
is.
nothing worse than it being out of sync.
Right.
First up, good spot.
Good first bowl.
Round here.
Nice first bowl.
That one seems a long way out. Am I just on the camera? It looks wider.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it is.
There was hardly any turn on that. Might have been out in uncharted territory.
Yeah, it might be. Maybe it's a bit of a wet, heavy patch on that outside.
Well, it could be the green sweating now because the heat's getting to it.
Yeah.
And it's
No. Yeah.
A few more people turning up at the moment. There seems to be a few
Yeah.
people around. Just good. Come down and watch the final.
Yep. I see Taylor Bruce is down there.
Yeah. I think she's going to do the lollipops for the final, which will be useful.
Oh, is she?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Makes it easier for us up
It
here
is
because
easy. It's good having someone like
Yeah.
that who can give us an indication as to what it's looking like.
that's definitely one to Liam's bowl. Sorry, Liam.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just looking at Joe and Val's game, and it's now 8-7, and I didn't see who won that end.
Wow, they're
So-
keeping them. They're not letting them get too far ahead of them, are
that's
they?
right.
That's good. Oh, nice one.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Bring it all the way back here,
Yeah.
where your mates' bowls are.
That's when those bowls at the back are
Make a
valuable.
difference, yeah.
Yep.
It never, very rarely does it bounce forward.
No, it doesn't. I think you sort of, when you're new to the game, that's one thing you don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you think,
So,
the
you
kitty
think
can come
that's-
up, yeah.
Yeah, you think that long bowl, that bowl beyond the kitty is of no use, but it is.
Especially when the opposition have got a whole lot of bowls all around it, and you
Yes.
think, oh, you walk onto the green and think, well, what are they doing all the way up there?
A bit much oomph on it.
Positive rule. You slip past, it's good spot. Jack's good.
just a wee nudge.
Touch up.
But a touch is useful,
Yep.
just in case.
Especially it's close to the ditch like that if they're going to have a drive for the kiddie.
Haven't seen a lot of driving so far.
No,
But
no, it's a very civilised game.
well, it's been pretty open head, hasn't it? So it's
Yeah. Oh, it'll happen. I remember games, finals here, where there's driving one after the other. It's it was one of those ends where it was just level pegging, level pegging, level pegging, and then there was one end where they just had two. No, it killed. No, it killed. No, it killed. And then I think the person that won that end just carried on. It's almost like it's a momentum changer. Has he got that one coming across? Oh, no. Yeah.
It was looking good actually,
Yeah.
wasn't it, until it hit that ball?
Isaac and Matt having a little chat. At the end they nod to each other, so obviously that means they agree on what they're doing.
What did you think you'd do here, AJ? What would you do if you were...
Me? I'd just draw one close.
Would you?
Yeah,
No.
just draw up to it. Yeah. My
Easy.
bowls actually turn quite a bit, so my track would be almost
Oh,
in
way
between
out
those
there.
two there. There's one. Yeah, he's pushed it through. Yep.
Yep, that's nice.
Yeah.
I'd say they're holding 3 at the moment there.
It's
If
interesting.
they were-
We play a game here called Festival Bowls, and
Yeah.
we all get a chance to play with different people.
Oh, yeah.
But this one we did a variation where you got to play a different position.
Oh, yeah.
So if you were a skip, you went to be a lead,
Yeah.
and then the next game you were a second. So you moved around a bit. And it's funny, I haven't been playing skip for long, but you get used to having bowls to bounce off or do
Yes,
something,
yeah.
and then you're a lead, and all you've got is this little kitty that you roll up, and then they say, okay, put one close, and you think, well, hang on, what have I got?
Oh, there we
Oh,
are. That
no,
was a
that's
drive. That
12. Well, that's
Took
cleared
it-
out a lot, hasn't it?
Took his own balls out, I think, didn't he?
That's left them with 3 there,
Yeah.
and possibly 4 if that's on an angle. I don't think there's anything else in the ditch.
No.
Although one of them was a toucher, wasn't it?
Yes.
One of the-
yeah, one of them that went, yes, it was
Hmm.
one of his, was a toucher, but
And with it being that far back, I imagine it's sort of halfway between the 2 metre mark and the ditch. One in the ditch might be counter as
probably
well.
counted. It's a bit hard to tell, really, isn't it, from here? All right. And it
Size
was too
of
much
John
damage.
Ooh. Yep. There's plenty of room to draw in there, just...
Just put it where I told you to.
That's right, put your foot here.
Yeah, that's where it's coming to.
See, there's a bit of wind there.
Yeah, there is.
Dave's holding his polishing cloth out, and it's
Probably
blowing a little bit.
good for the green, probably.
Oh.
Lost them all at the moment. All contemplating what to do
Yeah.
next.
Can't actually see because the tent's in the road now. I can't even see the head.
Okay, you know,
It's,
they've all gone. Obviously having mid-ring
yep.
consultation, I think.
It's also a no-no at Interclub because the other bowls are trying to have their turn, but here I think it's
Yeah.
okay. Okay, well that's the new bowl that arrived down there, I think.
Yeah. It might.
Is it going too long too? So it must be reasonably close to
It
the...
must be quite a long way back, wasn't it?
Yeah, there it
No,
is.
it is. Yeah, it is.
And the mat's up as well. Up for us midweekers, you know, who played 2 metre to 2 metre.
Yeah. Stick by the.
Yep. Bowl with your eyes closed then, like I do, because you know where it is.
You know what weight you've got to put on.
Yeah.
That was,
Oh, they're all
that was
going. Yeah.
He looked like he delivered that he was a little bit unsteady when he delivered that, I thought.
Isaac wants it to hold out. He's pointing at it. He's about pointing at it on the screen here. Yep, that's a good one. Let's stop there.
Nice
Yeah,
work.
yeah, nicely done.
I would think
Okay,
they could hold 4 there by the look of that, but because we can't see it properly, who knows?
Plus the one on the, I reckon there's one on the ditch. That might be a counter.
Could be theirs too.
Depends where it got hit, I think.
The winds just seems to have increased. I think it's looking a bit like a nor'west now.
Oh, it is, yeah. Oh, look at that tree. Yep. It's nearly finals time.
Yep.
To get Alan to tie all the sponsor signs down.
Poor Alan, you have to run around again.
Yep. Just as well we pegged down those gazebos as well.
Yeah, because they can lift off pretty quickly.
Right, so Dave's got 1 bowl left.
He's getting a lot of instructions from the other end.
And they're doing a lot of, no, you go.
It's vital, really. 'Cause if they take 5 out of this, it certainly is a big gap to fill then, isn't it?
I think he's going for you just have to draw. I mean, I don't think hitting anything, being that wide apart. This is going to be one of your annoying bowls again that comes in and takes the shot.
Easily, but yeah. Right.
Oh, that swung away. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was looking on track, wasn't it?
Did he say 5? Did that look like a 5 to you?
No, Dave. He's moved the mat up a bit.
He's only done a 4 there. So that's 4, 7. Yeah, 7 and 4 is 11.
Yeah.
Wow. So there wasn't one in the ditch.
Right.
There we go.
4 out of that end's probably a nice little lead for them.
Oh, it's quite a convincing lead, isn't it? Still, we're not even after this. We're halfway through.
Yeah, halfway through the game.
Halfway through this end, we're halfway through. So 4 bowls. No, 8 bowls. Yeah, the wind is definitely getting up.
Yes,
if you look at those trees in the background there, see?
Actually, they're lucky on this green because they're a little bit sheltered on this first rink, aren't they? But the bowlers out at the other end will probably be feeling it.
Yeah.
Nice bowl.
Oh, yep.
Very handy bowl. Might be a bit long.
Yeah, it could be the wind affecting them now too.
These shirts are moving quite a lot.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Another one of the challenges for the day.
Yep. Well, I told you, it's finals time. Should be predicting the weather. We're no good at predicting bowls.
Oh, another career for you.
Yeah, well, I didn't predict the rain, so missed out there.
I don't know that anyone did too much, I don't think.
Yeah. Here's Matt, see if he can get one and stick a bit closer. It's always important after you've scored a 4 that you score at least another.
Yes.
You score the
Need
next
to keep
end.
it going. You don't really want to get stuck there.
Okay, we're back on again. Just a little discussion about the rinks. What's happening,
Nice
Lorraine?
one. That was shot there. That managed to...
Was that Liam's bowl?
No, it's
Matt's bowl. Oh,
yeah, it was
yeah.
Matt's bowl. Certainly they've got shot now.
Get a little lead like that, you just have to get ones or twos just to peg it away.
It's all very easy sometimes when you
Isn't it?
take a big lead like that and you end up sitting on it for ages and your
Yeah.
opposition catches you up. There's a real psychological thing happens, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, you think, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Bit of a reflection off those cars too. I think with Will Bowles we had to go and put mats on them.
Yeah, they were
I
a
think
distraction, weren't they?
Yeah. It might just be the cameras and the angle, so they look okay from
Yeah,
this
they don't
section.
look too
but
bad today. From here they don't.
just depends on the angle of your window screen. Zach's going to see if he can put another one in there. See, that looks really wide down here,
It does, doesn't it?
but in reality they're actually coming in a long way, and that is going to end up... Oh, jeez.
It actually looks,
Yeah.
when you look at it, it's actually not a bad bowl.
Mm.
So. They could actually be holding 3 at the moment, I think. That's team.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Oh,
It's gone past, yeah.
it's through that tiniest of tiny gaps.
Just watching one of Val's bowls go down the rink, and great, knocking onto her other one, increasing the shot
Oh, she-
count. Yeah.
There's
Oh, that's an improvement on his last bowl. He's given it just a wee bit more, but I don't know if that's going to be counter. That's an interesting track if you
So
can get
it
through
is,
there.
yeah, but I
Look at
think
that,
it's going to be-
a bit narrow.
It's a bit narrow, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's a bit
Still
bit
ended
longer.
up
It
in
could
a,
have been a dangerous
yeah.
one. Why do we say that about every bowl we put down? Don't we?
It's hard though, because that does have a narrower finish, doesn't
Yes,
it?
it does. It was looking on track. Well, they're pointing to the green as though there is perhaps a spot in the green that the bowl's
Not
sticking.
behaving itself.
Yeah.
Oh, there could be just a little bit of uneven moisture.
Yes, it might be a patch that's slightly wetter that we can't see. They were sort of pointing in that direction, weren't they?
Yeah. Get Glenn out to give it another roll. We'll give it a hard stamp. Oh, here's a good shot coming in. He's going to get a... Oh, nice.
It will be shot, but I think that might give them
That's given them two, I
two
think.
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
at least.
Dave's bowl coming in. Yeah, that's another narrow finishing bowl too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Nice one.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's an incredible line, isn't it? Straight up to the kitty.
The dream bowl, that's what you want everyone to do, don't you?
Mm.
And to touch her as well.
It's funny, it looks more impressive because it's getting through other bowls, whereas if there was nothing else there, you'd think, oh, that's a good draw.
And just to hit nothing
But,
else and just sit there
yeah.
and sit on the jack.
Looks like Isaac's waiting for that metre through shot, or what's he going to do? Is he going to give it a bit of oomph? Haven't seen much driving, have we?
No, don't think
It's not really a
no.
drive, is it? It's more a...
Bit of power on it, please.
Keep it going straight. And he's...
Oh, missed it. Oh, he's knocked it.
He just knocked it, but not
But not
enough.
enough,
Gee. So it's like a billiard shot, just nicking it on the edge. Wow.
The idea was right. Execution wasn't quite what it should be.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be a fast bowl to have one of those, does it?
No. There's a bit of power in that one, though.
It's when you see the scud line up. Have you seen him bowl?
No.
Oh, Sean Scott, he really does make it go at tremendous speed. Oh, well, he tried to get in there again.
Yeah.
No, that was a good shot. Saved a few shots there.
Yeah, I would think so.
Mm.
I think one to Dave Vincent.
Yep.
Can you see what's happening on the
Val's game? They've moved the kitty out, and I think Val's got the shot there. So black and white striped bowls.
It's a pretty scattered head, isn't it? It's
I think it was more towards the front, the kitty, and you can see it's been
moved back,
chipped back a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going for a long end here, so the wind's got all the opportunity. Wind's bouncing our camera around. Somebody walked past. Okay, here's my opportunity. Val and Joe have just scored. I want to see which side he flips over. I'm going to flip over any things because they know I'm watching. It's a good opener by Liam.
They're a bit slow in the office downstairs.
Yes, they are. Bill,
Tut tut.
I'll have to rush down.
I'm sure
Still waiting.
they'll catch up.
Still waiting to see who got this point. Yes. Joe and Val are on the left.
Are they?
Yep. So they're ahead 10-7 after 8 ends.
They're starting to move ahead a bit.
Yeah, we got the score up.
Yeah, 5-11.
Might have been the wind.
Might have been the one too. Oh, we'll let them out. Let them away with it
Let
once.
Bill, yeah, that's right, yep. He's using Wi-Fi. It's affected by the wind.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Blows all the waves around.
We know all about that.
You can see the wind's there now. Look at the wind blowing.
Yeah, I think there's
Six.
people down there tightening the pegs of the gazebo that we've got there in front of us. They're a bit worried about that.
Yeah, Isaac's
Nice.
drawn a good bowl here. Yep. That's the shot. Maybe a second one to the one at the back.
Yes.
We had the Will Bowles here last. The lady from the Netherlands asked me because she got to know her quite well, and she said, what do you do with the wind here? And I said, well, you stand on the mat and you say, the wind is my friend. I translated it to my best Dutch. I don't know if I said it right, but she seemed to pick it up.
Did she?
I think it's just.
She had a lovely time when she was here, didn't she?
She did, yeah. She did well.
And she played well. So yeah, they probably aren't used to that. Our wind's a bit gusty, especially when it is northwest, isn't it? It's a bit
Definitely rolls
strong.
around a lot.
Oh, nice ball.
Yep. So let's see if they can consolidate this lead here, Matt. It's more than halfway through. Now's the time just to get ones and twos, just to keep ahead.
Yeah, keep that board turning over. That's looking good. Bit short.
Dave's just asking if he can come either way.
Dylan taking down some of the signage. He's a bit worried it's going
Yep.
to take off.
He's got George in charge of holding that pole there, see? It's not going to float away now. George will hold on to that.
Hold on to it. That's good. A bit short.
Yeah, I imagine we're going to see a bit of that now. Look at the wind blowing even those...
I think the wind is...
It's arrived. It's not even finals time yet.
Have whoever plays in the final time to get used to it, won't it?
Well, definitely, yeah. Both the teams are out there.
Yeah.
At the moment, it looking like it's Matt Gallup, Isaac Denny versus Joe and Val.
Yeah. It's really good having Joe and Val here. I think there's been a few people been really happy to play against them, really, or with them.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have those people around and still playing really well, despite Joe saying
Joe being she's retired.
Retired, yes.
But I think she just, I gather from that she just means international, doesn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And probably she'll pick and choose a little bit about what game she plays.
Yeah, yeah.
You can see someone in the background hammering more stakes on the ground.
Oh, yeah, George has let the pole go now, so it obviously has been secured.
Right, now. Robert.
Going to come in. Oh no, it's still... Not sure about those ones behind, if they're closer than the one out to the wing.
It's hard to tell that, isn't it? It could well be shot.
So the bowl 3-5s at Canterbury, is that that's following the same sort of pattern as the national one?
Yes, and that the winning team then will compete.
Gets to go through?
Well, they don't play. No, they don't play automatically. The winning team from Canterbury goes and plays in the national competition.
Oh, right.
And then the winning team from that
goes through. Okay.
So,
just aware I was doing the draw for Katie, and they said that they're now playing 2 rounds every night with the bowls 3-5s because it was just going through too quickly.
And I guess everyone is used to, a lot of people are used to playing the longer version of the game, so it feels like they're cheated. And I think when we've got teams who are travelling from country areas, and it makes more sense for play 2 games rather than have to come back twice and play.
Yeah, yeah.
And when we've got the long evenings, we might as well make the most of it.
Too right. Just means I have to program another 7 more rounds.
You do it well, though, for us.
I'm getting there.
Yeah. Very useful skills you've got there, useful knowledge, or we're lucky to have you.
If we can make the information get out there quicker, that's always my aim, is to...
Totally. It was one of the things I said when I started, that we need to get the information up on the website earlier, quicker.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than sitting around waiting for something, especially when you know the games are being played.
Oh, this one, there's a lot of short bowls here. The winds, do you think the winds...
It must be, because it's the head's open. There's nothing really even remotely close to the jack, is there?
Yeah.
Anyone's game.
Just looking at the other semi-final on rink 21. Yeah, that's quite an open head too, so you're right. It's. I think the players just need to make that adjustment for the odd occasional gust of wind.
Yeah.
And quite often it isn't the same. You can stand on the mat and it slowly gets calm and you bowl your bowl. And you think, great.
Very
Got
frustrating.
one in there, yeah.
Or a gust comes through when it's halfway down the track.
Yeah, like this one here, look, that's just blowing way away.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he didn't intend for it to go there.
No.
It's actually finished off the rink. Yeah. So Matt's taken it a lot wider, thinking it'll blow across. Oh, it has blown across. Yes, it has. Look at this.
Yeah.
And...
Needed a little bit more.
We were willing it down there for you, honest. Yes, that gentleman in the picture's got his umbrella up, but I'm sure it's not for the sun.
This is our last bowl, isn't it? The last bowl of this end.
Yep. Oh, no. No.
Matt's still got one.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Yep, because they lost that one.
Yeah, they did too.
Yep.
Still anyone's game, this, isn't it?
It's wide open. Almost a fixed stance he uses as well, isn't it? It's like he gets everything ready and it's just a little step, half step with his front foot. Like I say, everybody's got their own style and it's just a matter of being able to repeat it. Oh, see, that one flew through as well.
They've really struggled this end, haven't they? All of them.
I'll have to go out and give them a bit of advice.
They're sort of local guys, they should be used to the Northwest.
Well, Isaac should know it as well.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
All of them, all except for Matt, but they still get wind and Blenheim.
Oh, see, that one didn't come across either, so what's... Is that only one?
Yeah, it sort of indicated one down.
Yeah.
It's one to Matt.
Yep, that's all it takes.
Yes, I don't think there's anywhere in New Zealand where you don't get wind. I think all our bowlers should be pretty used to it. Got a short end this end. Well done. Nice bowl.
Well, there you go. See, maybe a bit shorter might be the idea in this sort of weather.
It might be working.
Or he was lucky.
No, tactics.
Tactics, yeah. Tactics and practice apparently makes a big difference.
Yeah.
There you go, and that one's drifted up quite nicely too. So they've seen each other's bowls go down, I think, and they've got an idea.
Suddenly, that last game might have been the testing game. Yes, I think practice does make perfect in this game.
Yes, if you can spend some time, yep. It's like when you have those practice ends before the interclub games, I never do them because I just say that would be a wasted of a good shot. I want to save them for the game.
Save them, so you might not be able to repeat them.
Yeah.
I think the people that put the hours in at the bowling green are.
Oh, they certainly do. Yep.
Certainly makes a difference, really.
Thanks back. We have a lot of people come down here just for an hour at lunchtime or something if they're working still, and
yeah, that's quite amazing, isn't it? The number of people who show up. And I've been here at the club and seen the people here. It's amazing. Mind you, you're sort of probably near quite a lot of businesses around here, so it's easy for some people
get close
to come in and spend their lunch hour. Nice way to spend a lunch hour.
It is.
I guess that's one of the good things about bowls. You don't get still come and play the game and don't get hot and sweaty. You
don't need a shower or change your clothes afterwards. No,
you can change your shoes and you can get back to work again. Another good thing about bowls, AJ. Anyone can play, young and old. And
it's the disabilities. The number of people that have got bad backs or crooked knees and bad hips, although some of them get replaced. But no, it's great. And it's the recuperation afterwards. I've had my knee done. Oh, I'm back.
Yeah.
It's good to see them.
All ages and stages, it's good. It's also, we're talking a lot now about concussions and with some of the sports with head injuries.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly don't get that at bowls either.
No. No, I've never seen anybody knocked out by a bowling ball.
No.
Seen somebody get close to a flying kitty.
Yes, that can be a bit
Especially
dangerous.
when that's that guy from Canada. What's
Ryan Bester.
Ryan Bester? Yes, he would turn up, and in fact, I took a shot of one of his drives, and I managed to get I think it was 5 or 6 bowls in the air with one of my shots,
Oh, wow.
and I just thought, yep, that's
That was him. He's amazing. But there are some that continually drive, don't they?
yeah.
Pretty boring game, really, I think.
Well, yeah, but then you've got to then turn around and put the draw shots in as well.
Yeah.
You can't just keep driving off. Yeah.
Once again, it's pretty open here.
Yeah.
But I think Matt might be holding 2 there by the looks of things when
In fact,
I
look
look at the window.
Look at the pattern of that.
Yes.
She looks like a little parabolograph, doesn't it? It's even almost evenly spaced.
It
Look out the
is.
window here, look.
It's very clever, isn't it? Yes.
They need one back here,
Yeah, they do. They need one more back.
and they've got the perfect parabola.
I'm sure they didn't work that one out.
Yeah, I think so. So it's like one of those exercises you
does,
set up to
yeah.
practice, isn't it?
Look at it. That shows it well there.
Yeah. He's put it on the wrong side, though. He needs to come in from the other way if he wants to add that last one, but I think he's going to the right spot. Look. Yes, he is. A wee bit further over.
Nearly there.
Oh, nearly.
That's funny.
He's going for an ellipse now.
Take a shot at that.
Yeah. If I'd been out there with my camera, I would have got that one in for sure.
Nice one.
It's going to be lacking in a few of the still shots this year, but never mind.
You do a marvellous job recording the games that happen here.
Yeah, oh, I love it. It's a bit of a hobby.
Yeah. They're lucky that you've got good records of all the events you've had here.
Yeah. Well, the website's actually got it all on there. It's great. Yeah. You go back to this one, I think, to back 2003.
Yeah.
See who's won. Some of the results graphics have got a bit better. We've improved our scoring system and how it works.
Yeah, you've got
And here is, look at this one. He's going to take the shot with that one. Yes.
Wow.
So much for drawing the parabolograph.
Yeah, they've ruined it all
yeah,
now.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, they've suddenly they're finding the head, aren't they?
Yeah. Mind you, I'm looking at Val and Joe's game in the background, and that's pretty scattered, just coming this way as well. Here comes a slightly quicker bowl, is it? No. It's going to just go underneath. Yeah, not quite enough.
Good idea, but not quite.
So left to the skips to try and finish this off. Let's see how they go. Going up to 9 ends. Seems to be going a bit slower, doesn't it?
That's one of the other games up to, are they? Can you see there?
Oh, they're on 9 as well, yeah.
We started with a 2-game lead.
Oh, the other twos are finished, yeah.
Yes,
They're shorter ones.
They're
only
13 ends, aren't they?
Yeah, 11.
11 ends, are they?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Or an hour 40, so it's a bit quicker.
Yeah.
Still playing though, which I think's good. You know, we've traditionally only had sort of like the top divisions going at this stage, but it's good to see a semi-final and a final.
Yeah, yeah. That's always...
Yeah. In fact, Alan gave me the prize pool here. I haven't even announced
really?
that. There's $12,000 all up for sale here.
Wow. That's a nice little...
Yeah. The winner of Division 1 gets $4,000, which is pretty good.
It's nice. Something nice to take home after the weekend.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty eventful weekend.
Yeah.
So I think somebody might be shouting on the bar after that, would they? If they're not flying away. The runner-up gets $1,700.
Yep.
And then third and fourth get $600 each. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then 5th through 8th gets $400, and 9th through 16th gets $250. So that's all right.
Quite nice.
Yeah. And who have we got
The winner
here?
of the...
Div 2, the winner of Division 2 gets $500.
Yeah.
And the runner-up gets $250. Third and fourth get 250 as well. Oh no, 125 each. Yep.
Yeah.
And Div 3, the winner gets 300. The runner-up gets 200. There you go. So it's.
They don't all walk away. None of these are walking away empty-handed.
No, that's right. Everybody that's
Doing-
playing today
Yeah.
goes away with something.
I mean, everyone made Division 1 goes away with something too, don't they?
That's right. Yeah, you get into Div 1,
Yeah.
you're walking away with at least 250. And it gets better if the longer you play.
There'll be some reward for playing in that rain this
Yeah.
morning.
Here it comes. He's coming in. That one's not even going to turn. Looks like it's going straight. 2 shots.
Yeah.
2 shots to Matt.
Taking a nice handy lead at the stage, aren't they?
Yeah. I don't think it's quite give up time and roll over and say, well, we'll take the third position.
I think Denny might be, a bit more playing here a bit more often now.
Yeah.
Enough to get him back, getting keen, really, won't it?
Yeah. I think he was working pretty hard here when he was a student, and then he went away and I think he went overseas and did some volunteer work.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
Yeah, and then since he's come back, he's had a job. So
Yeah, sometimes not always easy to fill in all that. Don't have as much spare time, do you?
no.
This will be enough to whet his appetite, won't it?
Mm.
Keep playing.
Well, like I say, he did win it once with Ken Walker.
An old head with a young
Yeah,
head.
that's right. Yeah, I remember that particular one because we had there was a car sponsorship and there was a car parked in between the 2 greens. I don't know how they got up there, but they needed pictures of them standing in front of the car
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff. Might have been another one of things that Alan organised.
Yes, he's good at the sponsorship.
With the cars, yeah. Managed to get you a good car
Yes,
for
he did.
Bowls
Yeah.
Canterbury, didn't
Yeah,
he?
we did. It's a very cool little car with grass signage at the side. It's looks very good. It's been very useful. It was,
And if you get any bowlers buying your car, you get it for another year, do you?
yeah,
Is that the agreement?
that's what we're hoping. Well, yes,
Yeah.
that was the deal.
Yeah.
We're doing our best to get it out there. But very, very good of CU Motors.
Just those little things, isn't it, that makes a difference quite often?
Yeah. Well, I like cars. I think, they're out on the road and people see it and you sit in those cars with signs on them and people look at you, they're obviously looking at the signage and saying, oh, what's that all about? So we need to get bowls out there.
Yep.
Certainly streaming has certainly been a good way of getting these games to everybody.
Yep, certainly is.
And there's a lot of people now depend on it and
Well,
look for it, I think, now.
Yeah, it's I can't get down to Christchurch, but I want to follow it. I think the Nationals were the same, although I had lots of people turn up to watch those ones from Auckland. But
it was still good. It was good. I've watched quite a lot of that live streaming. I suppose Matt's parents and Glenn will be sitting at home
watching.
Watching.
Yep. I'll just check with our officials here if we can see how many people are watching.
Yeah.
There you go. I just asked our technicians here, and we've got 73 viewers currently watching at the moment.
Yeah.
But this gets onto YouTube and people can watch it later. So that's good.
And then once the final happens, there'll probably be more.
Well, it's gone up to 74. Now I know where the number is. Oh,
That's fast, isn't it?
yeah. One close by would be quite good.
Yeah.
They're all spinning past. This is the end. I think that's been affected by the wind, isn't it?
Yeah, or else there's a wet patch or something there that seems to be affecting them. I wonder. Dave, both his last 2 bowls, he sort of waved his arms around in despair. I think they're not doing what he wants them to do.
Yeah.
But the wind could be worse. They're sort of bowling into the wind a bit, aren't they? Bowling into the west.
We've got a new wind vane over there.
Oh yeah. So it's almost going across the green.
Yeah, well, it just spun round a bit too.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, look at that. It's actually spinning round. Well, that one just went round
It's gone
180 degrees. Surely it isn't changing that much.
No wonder the bowlers are having
Yeah,
trouble.
yeah. Yeah, that's going round almost like a propeller.
It is.
Like it is.
I'm not so sure about the
So the
wind
end,
vane you've got.
That's a good second shot.
There's a second shot. I think that it's holding shot there, I would think.
Okay, so here comes Isaac's
I think
bowl.
it's looking quite handy, isn't it? Right. Coming too quick.
Yeah. Don't know how much time we've got left on this one either, because of the interruption.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what time we started.
Yeah. To get somebody to go down and ask Wendy to see how long we've got. We'll hear the 10-minute bell anyway, which is, once again, a very unusual thing for a tournament. Do you know?
Is it? Yeah,
have you ever heard of any other tournament where you tell the players it's 10 minutes to go?
10 minutes to go. No.
It's
it's one of those things. You see, that's sort of
it's very unique, this tournament. That sort of thing. We don't do it in any of the other ones.
It adds to the personality of the place.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Just means somebody has to keep an eye on it and remember to give the warning, the 10-minute warning.
Actually, that 10 minutes goes very fast.
Yes.
Doesn't it, when you... Sometimes we might not hear it up here.
Yeah, well, I can see Wendy down there. She's got the timer there.
On, yeah.
If she walks over here to ring the bell, I'll know. See, I think they're just not feeling that turn, because that went a long way as well. It's fact it's going to end up in the ditch. Yep. Yep.
The handy-looking bowl, I would think. Oh, not quite. Hasn't got the oomph in it. Still not. Nice shot there. Touch her as well. I don't think this is going to make any difference to the head.
Sorry, Lorraine, I was just having a wee chat there. We're discussing where the final's going to be.
Yeah.
So what's happened? Did they get...
No, I think Matt took one of his bowls out, and he's holding shot. I think they'll only take one out of that as well.
That's all they need, though, just the one, just to keep ticking it over.
Didn't find out how much time we've got left?
No, I didn't ask that. It was more to do with where the finals were going.
Worrying about the next game.
Yeah. Well, we've got to give them their time, so that was another one to Matt.
Gallop.
Come on, Bill, I've already written it down.
Yeah, the jack's already in place.
He might have been interrupted as well. Score in the Val Joe game is 11-8 after 11 ends.
Oh. Still not out of the woods, are they?
No.
Young men are doing a good job.
Wow.
Young men in pink.
Yes. What of that first bowl?
Yes.
I was looking around to see where it was. I had to look on the screen because it's behind the awning there.
Yeah. Oh yes, I can see.
Yeah.
Both of them are a bit wayward.
Yeah.
Certainly not the sort of bowls any of them would be wanting to put down. I wouldn't be thinking. They're a bit frustrated by their game. This one isn't too much better either, really, is it?
And from the masterclass, Joe and Val tell me you just go and have a drink.
Oh, do you?
Or you go for a bit of a walk.
Yeah.
It was interesting. They had all sorts of little techniques to sort of get you back into or get you out of where you were.
Yeah. Actually, you do see Jo do that too. She's got quite distinctive characteristics when she plays. And yeah, that's a better one.
There we go.
Nice one. That's Dave.
Yeah.
Jo often puts her head down and you see her turn around and...
Yeah. They're subtle, but they're just enough to think, she knows she's feeling it or she isn't.
Yeah. Rethinks herself. Good little tips to learn, really.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I'm going to do any of it, but...
But a really good initiative from the club, actually, I thought. I thought it was a great thing to do, and the feedback I had from a lot of people was that it was a useful morning. And Jo and Val came into the office that afternoon, and they said they'd never done anything like it before, but we really enjoyed it.
Good.
So it's good to know. I think it'd probably be worth repeating.
Well, I gave them a very good report when they left as well, and I said, I've done a lot of training and I know exactly the techniques, and they used a lot of them. They were great. They were naturals.
Yeah.
The one thing I thought though was really good was that they'd shown them all what to do and how to do it, and they had a whole lot of practice ends and things. And then the last 10 minutes they played a game. And they had to try and get them inside this 2 metre square around the kitty, and as soon as it got in there, you were allowed to go up the other end and bowl them back.
Yeah.
And because it was a competition or a race, suddenly a good bowl, suddenly all those ideas went out the door, and people were rushing onto the mat and not even thinking or preparing or anything, and it took forever, And after they'd all finished, they eventually all got there, Jo and Val put them together and said, now, what happened?
Revert to what you've always done. Yeah.
And that's an ideal learning and teaching situation where, they know what they've done, they've agreed, and they all thought, this is really great because that's what Jo and Val do. And then you give them the opportunity to do it, and what do?
Go back.
Goes out the door.
Yeah. Isn't that how many hours practice do you have to do to get to perfect something? It's 100 hours or something, isn't it? There's a figure. So it probably proved that you do need to get out there and do some more practice. But a good lesson too.
Yeah, it's just pressure and it was only pressure because it was a game.
Yeah,
but it was just suddenly
natural competitiveness.
Yeah.
I think that's going to.
Going to go through just a little bit.
Yeah, it still might. Oh no, I don't think that's going to be second shot. Oh, no, it's not.
But I guess that's also another feature of these people, that it's just so good at something that even something like that doesn't shake them up or anything. They still stick to their procedures. This general Joe public like myself just goes, oh no, this is a competition. I'm all tense.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, that was almost a drag of the kitty.
Yeah, too much.
But also, if you ever have a session like that with Joe and Val, I always say, you know, if you pick up one thing in those 2 hours, then you've done well.
Yeah. Probably if you do pick up one thing, you go back and practice, and it does pay off, doesn't it?
Yeah, yep.
Also, yeah, they're thoroughly lovely, and you all had lunch together and all managed to share some stories with them. I think that's not going to come in.
Are we going for another pattern here? Can you see the other pattern here? All right?
I can't quite.
It's a random pattern.
A random pattern. Well, there's a little bit of a pattern out there, isn't there? There's 3s and 3s.
Oh, just looking at the other semi-final, it's similar as well. It's all
pretty open heads, aren't they?
Now that looks like it's going a bit quicker to me, and he's. Oh,
nice ball.
Wow!
Wow!
That hit quite a few things on the way.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
They could come out with 3 from out of that, I would think.
You're right. This is definitely a momentum changer when those sorts of things happen.
Well done.
Well, there's 2 bowls from each team to come.
Yep. This will give them a bit of a challenge now, haven't they?
Yeah. Isaac looks like he's standing back. Looks like there's going to be a bit of a... Oh no, he's just reached for his drink bottle.
It was a drive that went the way you wanted it to go.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't.
Another one. No.
Oh, and he missed it all.
Yeah.
Gee, he had 3 to hit there. Is he going to go through that gap? He's reached that gap.
But I don't think it's going to go much further.
No. So Matt's going to have another, I imagine, another go.
Once again, same result. I'll be pleased with this 3, unless he...
Yeah, well, that'll make a difference. I mean, that brings them up to 8, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to try and get another one in there?
Might as well, mightn't you?
Oh, you reckon that's 3? I thought that's only 2.
Oh, do
It
you?
depends on that other bowl there. I'm not getting any better, but I don't think I'm getting any worse at seeing the distance from up here. This one will make a difference, though, if he knocks that out. Oh!
It might just...
Okay. Wow, he's pushed out 1 only this time.
Yeah.
Let's see.
They are going to need to measure.
Yeah, get the piece of string out.
It was sort of close before that. If you turned me 1 roll, I'd say, yeah.
Only 1.
Yeah, looks like it.
That was a bit unfortunate. They played well. That
Yeah, yep. Okay, I've just had a request about the Joe and Val's game.
Asking for an update.
Even somebody who texted me. That's unusual, isn't it? I wonder how they know who I am.
Someone who knows who you are.
At the moment, the score on Joe and Val's game is they're on 11. And where are they playing? The guys in pink. Aiden and... Sure who Aiden got confused.
What are my problems? Quite a nice blocking bowl.
Yeah, except it has to be closer for a block, isn't it? Or do you want to put one close to the next one, is it?
Do. Well, yes, it is, but, it's sort of blocking the view of the jack a little bit, isn't it? It's still a bit short. Probably not where they really wanted it to go.
Oh, that one should have gone around and better position would have been good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it hasn't gone any further either. in a row.
Yeah, which means he's got the right track. Just a matter of getting just that little extra bit of weight. So it's could be the wind, like you say.
They should be almost getting used to that now.
Are we still broadcasting? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a bit of that's a well-placed back bowl. Good tactical bowl.
Yeah. And there's two bowls directly lined up for it, so if you're going to have a run at it, you have to come around those two. I don't think that's going to happen.
A well-placed bowl at the back. Well, not probably could have come round a bit more.
Yeah.
Or needed a bit more.
So you think that they've conquered the wind now? They're just going for strategically placing their bowls in the right place. Yeah, this one's going to be the shot. Surely it's get past there.
I would say.
Yep.
Still looks a bit short from here, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Still a lot of room to put something else closer. More people talking to you.
Oh, they just told me that the transmission's not getting through.
Oh.
But then now they're back again. Yeah.
I don't think that's going to do much good, mate.
No, it's gone to the back as well.
Yeah.
This is the end that they have trouble with, isn't it?
Yes,
it just
it
seems
is.
to be
Yeah.
the other end they've conquered quite well.
Yeah. Well, they're much more consistent. This one, there's real inconsistencies, isn't there? They're obviously not using this rink for the final. They're using one closer to
Yeah, now we're going further over, number 19, so it's...
It might be drier. It might be...
Well, it hasn't been used. I think that's the main one behind it. Both the teams have played either side of it, so they'll know.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much difference, really. Some of these places where you think, what's the difference between one... Well, I can see one side and the other, maybe, but once you get into the middle...
Oh, yeah. Well, good green should be... Oh, nice one.
Yeah, that's the shot.
Oh, no.
And we'll be happy with that one. So they're slowly just easing closer again, aren't they? Just one at a time, although I don't think it's going to be enough if the ends keep going.
I don't think it is. I think
the momentum...
They've got a couple of ends to go, really, and they need to probably pick up 2 or 3 at each of them, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh.
The umpire's disappeared. I wonder if the 10-minute bell's rung. Yeah, so it sounds like the 10-minute bell has gone.
Yeah. I thought there was a sense of urgency, actually, when they...
started this end to try and finish it.
Yes, well, they want to get another one in, won't they? Oh, another short bowl. Potentially had the potential, but just didn't get there.
I've just had a text from Bill Fowley. He's hasn't been well, but he's explained to me why we have the 10-minute bell for the pairs.
Oh, has he? Oh,
and he said that they used it in World Bowls. So there you go. So
thanks, Bill.
Yeah, thanks for contributing, even though you're not here, but I hope you're recovering.
Well, I hope you're resting. Yeah, resting. It's what he's supposed to be doing this weekend. We've missed you around here, Bill.
Well, we've had people step up. It's just one of those things, you know. Nobody's irreplaceable, apparently.
Oh.
I'm just watching Joe and Val's game. One more bowl to come up, and I think they're a couple down.
Are they?
Yep.
Belle's looking a little bit anxious, I thought. There. She's
Yep.
halfway up the green watching it, trying to influence it.
You can't influence it once it's left your hand.
I know, but she looked like she was trying. I don't think, Dave, I don't think this is going to make too much difference to the game.
He's had a few shots going like that, hasn't he? Where it's just, there might be just a certain spot where if you don't get it right, the wind just whips it away.
Yeah, Matt's throwing his hands in the air as well. He didn't like that one either. I was thinking that might be one to. Oh no, I've still got another 2 bowls.
Yep.
I think that's going to come in enough. Not much weight on that.
Yeah, that's very unusual, isn't it? Like he's got both of them. Oh no, it hasn't gone over the centre line, so he's got a line right, but just that last one was miles out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to whip across as well.
Yeah, they're all making be one to Dave, I'd say.
Oh, is he going for the second one? Here's 2. Yep. Just the one.
Yeah.
Are we going into slow-mo here, are we? What's happened to the picture?
I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to run out of time, aren't they? They're not going to.
Well, if that 10-minute bell sounded,
yeah, they've only really got time for this one more end.
and they need an 8.
Yeah.
Is that possible? How many bowls do they have, Lorraine?
Well, it is possible. I don't know that it's probably ever happened.
We have ties up here in the club rooms that we make people play if they make them wear if they lose an 8.
Oh, I see. They'll be shouting well and truly, wouldn't they?
I'm just watching the other semi-final on rink 21, and the bowl's been put into the ditch by Joe with the last bowl. They were 2 ahead. They've got a 1, and I think that's the end of the game. Yes, it is. Yep. So that's a win to... oh, no. Oh, it was only the 10-minute bell, wasn't it? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so they can still keep going. They'll play another end. What are they, 3 ahead?
So they're 3 ahead now.
It's a tight game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Joe and Val, they've had some big ones, but I think some of the other games have been quite close.
Yep.
This one. Not quite a toucher. Almost. Oh, yes, it is.
He's waiting for it to fall over, is he? It's finished its job. Oh, that's a pretty good second bowl there. Thanks. The umpire, Wendy, is now standing underneath a tent again, so that was the 10-minute bell. I don't know how many minutes ago it was. I don't know how long it's taken them to play an end.
Yeah, I didn't look at my watch. Surely this will be the last end, I would think.
If you play it slow enough, it'll be the last end, Lorraine. I don't think they're going to give away an 8 now because...
No, I don't think so.
Even though that might makes it a 2 maybe. No, yeah, I'd say that's a 2. That other bowl isn't going to come into it unless they start firing them off and staying where they are.
That's not going to be.
Oh,
It's not going to do anything for the game, is it?
that one didn't even turn at all.
No.
Mind you, it went out on sort of the new territory there. That's where they're going to play the final on the next drink.
It's better having a look at that. There's the umpire walking with a stopwatch.
Yep. That's definitely not going to get you an 8 with the bowl all the way up there.
I don't know that this one's going to come in either.
Yeah. It did get back to the centre line.
Yeah,
so it
it's
did
not
turn,
well.
but it
It's
just, yeah.
reasonably well placed if someone.
If somebody has a wee ping
Yeah,
at it, do you
yeah.
think? Ah, yep, okay.
I'm not sure that was the intention. It might have been luck.
Mm.
They sort of don't. The last few games, even they don't look like they're playing that tactically, really, do they?
No, I think it's just get close. Just watching the other semi-final, and Joe's just had a toucher. Oh, there's the bell. She heard it through the headphones.
Yeah, he's just,
Got them wired right. And they're 1 point up on the head. And what's this one going to do? Oh. Well, he's opened it up a bit, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. He knocked it. One fell the wrong way.
Yeah, you'll definitely be able to get a bowl in there. Isaac, you can do it. Shall we make it the commentator's curse or the commentator's whatever?
Don't think it's going to come round enough, is it? It's not going to come in.
Yeah, like those bowls are finishing quite flat as well. I don't know if they're those type of bowls that, that don't have that hockey hook sort of, hockey stick sort of hook at the end. Okay, over in the other semi-final, somebody has moved the kitty away from Joe's bowl, and they're just checking to see if it's out. And it is, so they're going to replay this end.
Oh, it's going to drag it on a bit.
Yes. Joe and Val have been in 2 games like this now.
Have they?
In the round robin and section play, the
Both
team they played needed 2, and I think they killed it 3 times.
Oh no.
And in this case, the other team needs 3. Or 4 to win. Yeah. A draw isn't any good.
No, they'll have to take
Play another
one out of
end,
it.
yeah. Well, let's look at the our game here. So it looks like they've got, I'd say it's only 1.
Yes, I think it probably, it could be 2, that back bowl, or the front bowl.
It's definitely not 8 though, is it?
No, it's not
Okay,
8.
all right.
No, I think we can be
Excellent.
relaxed about that one. I think we're probably going to look at Matt Gallup and Isaac Denny in the final.
Hello, here's another superb bowl coming in. Look at this. Where have you been? Ooh.
Oh.
When he's going to kick it towards. That. I mean, you couldn't have wished for any more, Isaac. It came towards your bowl. Yeah.
That's going
That's going to slip away, yep. He's already got one out there, that's what I normally say.
Yeah.
You've covered that spot already.
The intention was good. It was looking to be heading in the right direction.
Wow, look at the other semi-finals. Look,
Oh, wow.
they've killed the end. Val's put in a bowl and it's about 2.5, 3 metres short.
The other one's
The other one's
probably
right on the edge of the green rink.
Yeah, they are struggling as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Even the best of the best are.
Yep. Go for a walk, Val. Have a drink of water.
It's not much.
Although, what about this one?
Oh, that's wow.
That's sitting right on it. It's a toucher, and it stayed there. Let's get back to our game. Wow.
That's game.
Yep, I don't think he's going to bowl his last bowl. Well, he is.
They're just sending it down, I think.
You think?
Yeah.
That was going awfully close to the centre line. Look where this one's going. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Oh, look, he's drawn the shot. Wow. No, that was good. It was a good game.
Good game.
Close. Well, just really a couple of ends there, wasn't it? That suddenly
was.
decided that was...
You wouldn't have said that Matt, I think, played that much better.
No. Although looking at it, they were steadily ahead, and then on the sixth end, they got that 4 that made them from 7 to 11, and then they just...
That was the turning point for them.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty even game. It wasn't, certainly didn't go... It wasn't all a one-way game.
No.
Oh, well, we're going to see the...
Yep, shaking hands. Thank you for watching, and we'll sign off shortly and come back for the final.
Well, thank you for having me as your guest.
Thank
it's been fun.
Yeah, and the winds have almost turned up again.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to go yachting or anything, you'll know the day to pick is the Burnside Piers Day, and you'll be able to fly. All right, thank you for watching, and over and out.